Sagittarius, hello, Amanda here. Welcome to the Unseen Hands Collective. This is going to be your January 2021 shift reading. So we're looking at the shape you're shifting out of this month, the shape you're shifting into, and what that shape shift looks and feels like. Sag, as I'm sitting with your energy here, entering a new year, I just keep feeling Sag has something to say. Like that's it. It's just Sag has something to say. And it makes sense coming out of eclipse season in your sign. You know, eclipse seasons can be times of things being revealed or revelations, things previously unseen coming up to light. And so I'm wondering how this eclipse season is affecting the shift into January for you and what exactly it is that you have to say and how you have to say it. And so let's look at your shift. We're using the Next World Tarot here. And you are shifting, interestingly, out of the Ten of Wands and into the Ten of Pentacles. So we've got two tens. These are cycles of completion. And in the Ten of Wands, we quite literally have completion. This is Saturn in Sagittarius. There's, by the way, a ton of Sag energy in this spread today for you. So it's right on the money. Ten of Wands talks about completion. It talks about bringing something to a close, putting down perhaps a weight that you've carried and allowing it to be released, you know, and this could be seen as allowing it to be released out into the world, especially if you're resonating with this idea that Sag has something to say, putting it out there, getting it out of holding it inside of you and releasing it. Okay, so interesting. Bringing it to completion. I mean, we're quite literally seeing this person, an artist, a musician who has created an album. They had something to say and they created it and it is complete and it's ready to go out into the world. And then we have the Ten of Pentacles, which says security. And, you know, the phases of the moon here are certainly not lost on me. And that's showing the way that the shifts in the moon create and help reflect for us our own emotional shifts throughout the cycles that we all experience. Of course, this could be a nod to eclipse season here, but we see this person delicately balancing up in the open air on a tightrope, high above everything, with the moon shifting all around them, and they have a sense of security within themselves, despite the fact that they are not necessarily on solid ground, which is a pretty interesting image to come with the Ten of Pentacles, which usually talks about feeling like you're on solid ground and feeling safe and secure and held by the ground beneath you. And here we see someone that is not even close to the ground and yet feels held by gravity itself, perhaps. So there's something here, Sag, maybe about whatever this is that you have to say, whatever this is that you have to like get out of you. It is about security. It is about bringing a sense of, I don't know, it's like, you know, the Ten of Pentacles can also be about support and feeling supported. So maybe it's something about when you release this from yourself, there's a sense of support that can enter into your experience. Let's look at the cards in between here. What this shape shift looks and feels like for you. The Two of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords, and the Eight of Wands, which is Mercury in Sagittarius. I mean, this is the card of Sag has something to say, and Mercury is in Sagittarius, at least at the time that I'm recording this. So we start with the Two of Pentacles, which in this deck says intersection, Jupiter and Capricorn. I mean, all of these cards are really speaking to the astrology of the moment, which makes a lot of sense given the fact that we just had an eclipse in your sign. So the astrology of the moment is really potent. It's really important. And, you know, if you're an astrologer or you work with astrology, this is something to dive into if you know, in a deep way and in a personal way. And of course, we have our astrologer here at the collective, Kevin, and the shift scope for January 2021 may illuminate something really important for you about how the planets are interacting with this energy. So, Two of Pentacles, it says intersection, and it typically talks about trying to juggle a lot of things or keep a lot of balls in the air, and the twos are about making a choice. I mean, the way this story plays out to me is it's just like you're making it maybe feel like a difficult choice to release something. Like when I look at the 10 of Wands and the 2 of Pentacles, I see an energy of feeling a little reluctant to put something down or release it from being held in your body. And with the Queen of Swords, the Throne of Truth coming out, and this idea that Sag has something to say, maybe what you are ready to release is whatever it is you have held within your body, and it seems to want to fly out of you, because the 8 of Wands is direct action. It's like when you realize that you have something to say. Swords are about communication. Queens are internal energy. So it's like you realize that that your voice is important, and the truths that you hold inside of you need to be released out into the world. Mercury in Sagittarius, and maybe quite quickly, and maybe in a really big way. You know, the 8 of Wands kind of comes in hot and it really could be this energy of recognize that the truths that you stand on and the things you believe that are important are a voice that needs to be heard, whether that's out in the world or even just like in your intimate relationships. Because in this particular 2 of Pentacles, we have intersection. We have two people trying to connect with one another. And so it's like whatever this truth is, and you know, the Queen of Swords can sometimes be a very direct energy. You know, if you look at this person, they're not really mincing words. You know, it's like, this is my truth, I'm staking it in the ground, and that's that. No buts about it, no real arguments. This is what it is. It's very clear, it's very direct, and I think it's coming out hot. But whatever this is, it's like there's a sense of needing a certain amount of boldness and security and a sense of being held in order to release your truth so clearly and directly. That's actually a pretty vulnerable thing to do. And so that inner security could be part of what you need in your internal energy in order to release this. But I'm getting a sense that when you are able to release this, it brings a sense of like validation and affirmation that is like, okay, yes, I am secure even when I go out on a limb. Okay, this is interesting. Sag has something to say. All right, my friend, we're going to take this into an extended reading now. I'm going to pull other cards and see if we can get more specifics out of this energy here as we move into the new year. So if you'd like to follow me over there, go to unseenhandscollective.com, where you can access this extended in the shop. You can also join our monthly memberships to receive your extended every single month. All right, Sag, thanks for joining me here. Happy New Year. Maybe you're working with a perception that creating structures means creating like a narrow passage, and that's just not big enough for the kind of fire energy that I'm feeling here. And so maybe you need to like widen your structure a bit. It's not about no limits. It's about give yourself wide enough parameters to really, so that you have room to move and so that you have room to let everything that you have to say flow through that channel. Otherwise, it's like you're in this headspace maybe of, well, should I do this or should I do that? Or maybe I should, and it just narrows that passage more and more and more to the point where you feel really restricted. And then that's this Two of Swords energy. That's like, okay, wow, now I feel really blocked and I don't know how to let it out at all. And that's how you cut yourself off from a structure that's actually going to contain and support, you know, again, this is an earth structure, something really supportive that's going to lead you to a sense of security and foundation that you can really stand on in the Ten of